Hey guys, I'm Sal. Thanks for checking out the video. I'm a little afraid that this is going to be a don't meet your heroes sort of video because the paint on this truck looks so good on camera. It looks shiny and vibrant and all that. And at one point it looked like that in person too. I did a full paint correction, I ceramic coated it, and it looked so good. But unfortunately I don't have room to garage keep this truck. It sits out in the sun, and the last year and change, almost 2 years, has really taken its toll on the paint and especially the clear coat. And unfortunately it's starting to fail. Along with sitting outside all the time, it rains, sun dries it up, and I've developed a ton of water spotting on the hood and on the front fenders. So that's more of an eyesore than anything, and I want to try and address that today. So I picked up the Chemical Guys water spot remover. I've never used it before, but we'll see if it's able to remove these water spots and help revive the paint a little bit. So with that, let's get started. So looking at some of these examples of the water spotting, you can see it all there. It's a little hard to focus on the paint when it's trying to focus on the reflection, but you can see all the water spotting there along the line. And it's like that all over the hood. You can see it all over there. So it's definitely needs to be addressed. On the fenders, it's almost more noticeable if you look in the reflection of the whiteboard. You can see those dots there. As we move back, it's all along the fender there too. So this is what I'm talking about with the clear coat failing on the fender. Man, such a bummer. But yep, this is the look behind the curtains on what the paint condition actually is on this truck. Another area I want to focus on are these side mirrors. You can see the water spotting around the outside there, and then up along the top. They were just cleaned, so that's not like fresh dirt that could be wiped off. That's actually etched into it. So hopefully the water spot remover can get rid of these guys too. Okay, so again, I'm going to be using the Chemical Guys water spot remover and this microfiber pad that I've got. It says to do no more than a 2x2 zone, and it comes out like a gel. I was absolutely not expecting it to be a gel, but it says to apply it in straight lines. So I'm just gonna put it on here like this, and then try to do this sort of number. After letting it sit, it says to buff off the excess. So I'm just gonna come in here with this other microfiber towel. Try to buff it out. Kind of looks like it's just smearing more than buffing for now. I don't know if it's because I didn't wait long enough or if it's really humid, but yeah, kind of just smearing. And then the last thing it says is to neutralize it with some soap and water. So I just have dish soap in here with some water. Let's try to wipe off the excess here. Looking at this grand reveal, let's check it out. I mean, I guess there's a little bit of a difference. See how noticeable this is. Okay, so looking at the spot I just did on the hood here, honestly, I don't see a huge difference, and I also don't even know if I can find the tape line. I was kind of hoping for a better result there. Yeah, not super impressed with that one. Okay, well, even with that result, I want to try and do the doors still because it's a little less severe over here. So I'm going to try it in this spot. See if we can get some better results over here. So I guess when you buff it, it gets all cloudy, which is kind of the opposite of that's supposed to happen usually when you buff things. It's supposed to take the cloudiness out. But what I'm finding is it gets cloudy, and then when you add the soapy water to it, the water helps kind of break it down, I guess, and it gets shiny again. So we'll spray it down with some water next. Well, I can tell you it feels a lot smoother, at least. When you have those deposits or rain etching in the clear coat, it can feel a little bit rough. But now that I've done this, it feels really smooth, kind of like back when I polished it originally. So that's a pro. And it looks like from my angle, it actually got a good amount of these water spots out. So I guess the hood might just be too far gone. But here on the doors, it seems to have done the trick. Next, I'm going to try out the mirrors. Okay, cool. So same process, putting a little bit on our pad. I'm only doing a tiny bit because you saw a little bit goes a long way with this stuff. Wow, you can actually watch it, like dissolve it on this, on the mirror here. That's actually really cool. I'll try to get you guys a better clip when I do it on the other side. It's going to be really hard to get on camera. But wow, I watched it like just dissolve right away. That's pretty cool. Cool. Well, I'm happy with how it removed the water spots. It feels really rough over here. Not rough over here. So I don't know if it was caused by this product or I kind of doubt it because I rubbed it all over the place. But yeah, I mean, it pulled the water spots right off. I don't know if you could see it on your end of the camera. I'll try to get a better clip on the other side. So for some weird reason, this is like really the only water spot on this side. But I'm gonna give it a shot here. So, I mean, yeah, you can kind of see it there. Like it just disappears. Really cool. I'm gonna do the rest of the mirror though too. Okay, so I tried the water spot remover in kind of 3 different situations. One where it's really bad, one where it's just these little spots here and there, and then I did it on the mirrors. And I've also done it on the glass as like a little trial run before making this video. And we'll go through one by one. So when it's really bad, like on the hood here, I was not super impressed with how it did. With that said, I don't know if this is more than just water spotting on here or what the deal is, but I mean, you saw in the videos, there wasn't a discernible difference between the before and afters there. However, on the fender and on the doors, I was actually really happy with the difference that it made. It's super easy to put on. You just put it on the applicator, spread it on, wipe it off, just clean it down with some soap and water to neutralize it, and I mean, there's no more water spots over there, so I was really happy with that. And then as far as the glass and the mirrors, it pulled it off instantly. It was actually really very satisfying to do. I wish the passenger mirror had more water spots for you to be able to see also, but yeah, the mirrors worked well. And then, like I mentioned, I did it on the glass in like a couple weeks ago, and it worked really well there too. I will say though, when I did it on the glass, I didn't pull it into the garage. I did it out in the sun, and that was a mistake. I put it on, went to go grab the microfiber, came back, and it was caked onto the glass because it was so hot out, and the stuff just like literally caked onto the glass. So I had to really scrub to get it off. So I didn't want to try it on the paint when it was hot out. I'm glad I waited till I could pull it into the garage and do it in here. So with that said, I would recommend using it for the glass, and I think it would make a big difference, especially on the windshield or on your front windows where, you know, water spotting can be pretty common. So yeah, I'll leave it up to you to decide whether you want to get it or not. I'll have it linked in the description, as well as the microfiber pads and stuff like that. So yeah, hopefully you found the video helpful one way or the other. But with that, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and have a great rest of your day. Before we close it out, I kind of wanted to go through and show you the state of the paint here. So you can see it's all a little bit faded up along the top ledge there, except for that one spot, which is weird. And then down here, you can see it's starting to go there too. It's a rock chip I gotta fill in. Around the driver's side, you can see this isn't dirt or anything. This is actually clear coat starting to fail. It was actually like that a while ago when I bought the truck, but it's just slowly gotten worse. Just forward of the driver's door handle, there's this other spot that, it was like this when I bought the truck, but it slowly spread over time, and now it's a little bit bigger. I don't know if the guy who I bought it from like opened it like this, or what the deal is, but it's such a localized spot just in front of the driver's door handle. Moving back on the driver's side rear door, you can see it's all starting to go here too, which sucks. Moving out back to the bed, this is what I noticed first a few months ago when I was washing the truck. You can just see the clears starting to go back there. Yeah, it's not super noticeable unless you look for it, but then once you see it, you can't unsee it. So yeah, real bummer there. This other side isn't failing yet. It's still in good condition, but a few weeks ago I had the weirdest thing happen. So I was washing my truck, and then I dried it off, and I came out, and it looked like it was just this little dot here. And I was like, what in the world is that? So I like pressed on the dot, and it went and like made this huge banana peel of whatever the heck that is, up under something. So my first thought was maybe it was the clear coat, but the fact that it like was able to push along it made me think it wasn't the clear coat. And I'm thinking this might be the ceramic coating that I put down, because when I was able to push it, it got all sort of rainbowy behind there. So I wonder if there was some sort of pinhole thing that let water in behind the ceramic coating, and then when I pushed it, it just lifted that ceramic coating all the way up. So yeah, I don't know the best way of fixing this. I'm kind of thinking I might have to like polish it, or I'm not sure, but I got to get rid of it because it's definitely an eyesore. So yeah, if you have any ideas on that, let me know. If you made it this far, I appreciate you, and I got a request for you guys. If you or anybody you know is within reasonable driving distance of Virginia Beach, and you're selling a double cab Tundra, I might be interested. Don't get me wrong, I love this truck, and it served me super well for the last couple of years, but I just kind of want something a little bit bigger. I love the first gen Tundra, so that's why I'd love to stay and get a double cab, but I want something a little bit bigger. The fact that the paint's starting to go on it, and it's at 237,000 miles, which is, first of all, crazy to me. But you know, I think it's getting to that point where the mileage is so high that the value is going to start dropping. We all know that these are going to run forever, but it's still one of those things. You go on Facebook Marketplace and you see a Tundra or a Sequoia or whatever, and it has 290,000 miles, and you're like, I'm not going to spend $8 grand on a truck with 290,000 miles. Like, that's crazy. So I think 230, 240,000 miles, it's still a lot of mileage, but slightly more reasonable to get a decent amount of money for these trucks, especially considering this truck is not in bad shape at all. It has the timing belt done roughly 30,000 miles ago. The wheels and tires are also roughly 30,000 miles ago, a little bit less, and they're in incredible condition. I'm going to do a suspension refresh on it in the next couple of weeks. I have all new shocks and stuff for it, so that'll be all set up. So I'm not trying to get rid of like a crappy truck. I'm just trying to get into something a little bit nicer, a little bit lower mileage for you know, a reasonable price. So yeah, again, if you know anybody who's looking to sell theirs, let me know. Don't worry, first gen Tundra content isn't going anywhere. I'm getting into a double cab, but it's just a matter of when. So yeah, with that, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and have a great rest of your day.